Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Fast Signs, Blessman International, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Thank you for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Monday night boys sub-state basketball. The postseason underway for the Dowling boys teams as Dowling hosting East in a sub-state first-round contest here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Hemmedale joined by Jimmy Cataldo. And Coach, thanks for joining us tonight. First round of the tournament, 22 regular season games for the Dowling boys, and now it's game number 23 and the first round of the postseason. You throw everything out the window. This is what counts. Everybody is 0-0 going into tonight.
Well, if you're anybody in that locker room, it's really game number one. You look at your 22-game season and you learn a lot from it and figure out what works for you, what doesn't, what rotations work well together, and what don't. But all that you can kind of put in the vault, and now it becomes game one as we enter the postseason play, and the Maroons match up really good tonight against a Des Moines East team.
Yeah, Dowling coming in with a record of 11-11. That's how they ended their regular season with a win at Norwalk last Thursday night. And for Des Moines East, they come in with a record of 3-18 under first-year head coach DeMarco Turner, as the Maroons are obviously heavily favored. But you never know in the postseason. Seen a lot of things, wacky things happen. There's a reason why they're seeded, and those are the teams that have the bye tonight, and we'll talk more about that as we go down the seed. But the winner of this game between Dowling and East will play Friday night at Waukee Northwest. The other side of the bracket has City High of Iowa City at Ottumwa, and the winner will play at 5th-ranked Cedar Falls in Sub-State 6, which is where Dowling is at. So a lot to play for, but a lot of teams with byes tonight. A lot of teams, as we call them, the first round or play-in games here, Jimmy. And it's Dowling and East for the first time this year. Well,
you look at Sub-State 6 and where the Maroons slot with Des Moines East, and Des Moines East has not really been the team that they've had over the past years due to some transfers and coaching changes. They've lost a group of their players over the past year, and so they're coming in, not on a big record. Their shooting has been not ideal. Their turnovers is probably one of the highest in the state. So when you look at the Maroons and you look at what you want to do, you got to come in. You got to take care of business. Don't play down to your teams that you play. Don't play down to the way they play. Make sure that you dictate the tempo of the game and how this game is ran, and everything will take care of itself.
Well, you look at the trends in this game. Dowling's come in winning 3 in a row, 5 of the last 8 games. The Maroons have won. East comes in losing 7 in a row and 8 of the last 10. So you look at trending. You can also look at the different conferences, strength of schedule and all that. But throw it out tonight. Dowling's the home team, East the visiting team, and hopefully in 32 minutes we'll have a winner. And the winner advances, no matter how they win, advances to Friday night for a trip to Waukee Northwest.
You think of mindset with these Dowling kids, and they started last week with a bad loss, and you're looking at the week and saying, oh my goodness, I got Ankeny Centennial ahead of us, we got Norwalk ahead of us. We don't want to go into the postseason down. You want to go into the postseason with some momentum, and you got to hand it to all of these kids and coaching staff on how they regrouped and came together, really put together a run, and I think they're about as hot as you can be in the season that they've had by taking on and beating Ankeny Centennial at their place and beating Norwalk at their place. So with a 3-game winning streak, entering the playoffs, and then you look at their bracket in the postseason, win tonight, you're going to play Waukee Northwest, which is a team you have beaten before this year, but it's also a team that took you to the ropes at their place in about 2 weeks ago. So this sets up really, really nice if you're Coach Einertson and the rest of the staff, but focus on taking care of business one game at a time. And like I said, it's game one of the season right now.
And to your point about different lineups the Maroons have used this year with subs now starting, starters now coming off the bench, tonight's going to be no different. Dowling's leading scorer, Riddick Metten, and rebounder is out tonight. He is under the weather. He will be available for Friday. Matter of fact, he could theoretically have dressed, but they're keeping him away from the team. And Riddick will not play tonight, so the Maroons will go to a 3-guard lineup with both Coppola brothers and your son Dante starting at the 3 guards, along with Ryan Kleppe and Joe Broderick. So that'll change Dowling's rotation. But, the Maroons have had multiple rotations this year, starting and finishing, and that's no big deal for the Maroons.
Well, you look at the beginning of the year, and Riddick was unfortunately not available to the Maroons for the first 4 games of this contest, and I thought the Maroons played fantastic. And they started the season against a very, very good Valley team, and they took Valley all the way to the very end with a very similar lineup. But losing Riddick is certainly somebody that causes issues when you get deeper into the playoffs. When you look at a night like tonight, I think it's smart to keep him, somewhat, away from the team and make sure that everybody stays healthy, because you're going to need everybody come after tonight.
No question about it. We're going to take a break here on our pregame show. I want to welcome all our listeners. We have a heavy dosage of listeners tonight, I was told, because the game is not being streamed either on Huddle. The money for the postseason kicks in, so it is just radio only. Welcome the folks from Wisconsin, and that is Coach Einertson's family listening up there, and God knows where your family is.
Well, my mom and dad went down to Florida.
There you
so
go.
They're down there with my uncle and everybody else. So I think they're going to tune in tonight. I don't know if they got off the golf course.
Yeah, well,
sometimes you can press to the very, very deep end of the night, and then and you say, I see that ball. You may be down a few strokes, and all of a sudden you can see every ball that's out there, but yet it's dark.
Well, we welcome them all tonight, because it'll be a heavy dosage of painting the picture. No TV to back things up, no replays, so here we go.
Well, this is a perfect night for you, because sometimes you make mistakes on who scored or who's in the game, so it's a perfect night for you. There's nobody really to quality control you.
And I noticed you and Mr. Sarcone have not shook hands. You almost put Dairy Queen out of business. We'll get to that more later, what happened Thursday night while Stevie was doing his best job helping me get through my froggy voice and all that. And here you are trying to blow him up with drive-through.
I was trying to support his business.
Yeah, drive-through issues that you brought along yourself. We'll talk more about that. Pre-game show continues here at the Dowling Gym as Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo tonight. Hope you tune in. Dowling and East, first round of the boys, Class 4A, Sub-State. And we'll return with starting lineups after these messages on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One has convenient locations right in your neighborhood. From unexpected illnesses to regular checkups, Mercy One is here for you. Schedule online at mercyone.org.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym getting set for the postseason in boys basketball. Dowling hosting Des Moines East. First time these two teams have met this season alongside Jimmy Cataldo and Mark Amadale. Let's get to our starting lineups, and then Coach Cataldo will give us some of his notes pregame as these two teams about ready to tip off. Introductions being done by Danny O'Grady here at the Dowling Gym. Let's start with the East High Scarlets. They come in with a record of 3 wins, 18 losses under first-year head coach DeMarco Turner. And they come in averaging just under 40 points a ball game. They give up just over 68 points a contest. And they'll start at one guard, Bryce Dix, a 5'7 senior, averaging 2 points. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Tegan Warren, a 6'1 junior, averaging 3.5 points. He'll wear number 11. And the third guard is Bryant Nunez, a 6'2 senior, averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds. He'll wear number 30. At one forward for East, Jamal Taylor, a 6'1 senior. He is their leading scorer and rebounder, averaging 8.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. Taylor will wear number 3. And the other forward is Tate Warren, a 6'1 junior, averaging 3.5 points. Off the bench for East, we hope to see, they said they would play a couple of guys. One of them is a freshman, Malik Williams, a 6'2 freshman, averaging 1.5 points. And we also may see Craig Farley, a 5'8" junior, averaging 6 points and 2 rebounds. So those are a couple of subs we may see for the Scarlets. And now for Dowling Catholic, and a change in their lineup, as we talked about a little bit ago. Riddick Metten will not play tonight. He is under the weather, and he is not dressed, nor is he here. So we wish Riddick the best. If he's home listening, we hope to see him hopefully Friday night if things work out. Dowling will start a 3-guard lineup led by number 2, Dante Cataldo, a 6-foot senior averaging 3 points, and he'll wear number 2. The other guard is a point guard, Joey Capola, 5'11" senior averaging just under 13 points. Leads the team with 55 made threes. He'll wear number 4. And the third guard is his brother, Maddox Capola, 6'1" sophomore, averaging 4.5 points, wearing number 13. At 1 forward for the Maroons, Ryan Kleppe, a 6'3" senior, averaging 9.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Kleppe will wear number 12. And at center, Joe Broderick for the Maroons, 6'4" senior, averaging 11.5 points, 11 rebounds. Mr. Double-Double, and he'll wear number 10. So again, it'll be Cataldo and the Capola brothers, the 3 guards for Dowling, along with Kleppe and Broderick. Maroons come in averaging just under 61 points on offense. They give up just over 56 points on defense, and Dowling's record is 11-11. They've won 7 in a row. So there's the numbers. What say you, Mr. Cataldo?
Why, if you're the Maroons, 2 things that really jump out on the stat sheet for East on the year. They're giving up 21 turnovers a game, and they're not a very good shooting team. On top of that, so if you're the Maroons, really overplay the passing lanes and then get out and run. Rebound and get out and run and just continue to set the pace of this game and see how far you can go with your starting lineup, and hopefully get some other kids in there, get opportunities to play, keep your kids as fresh as you can and as healthy as you can by the end of the night.
Dowling coached by Justin Anderson in his first year, assisted by John Nagel, Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. East coached by first-year head coach DeMarco Turner, assisted by Josh Cerny, Jason Jeffries, and Raymond Jackson. We'll return after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Reed Flood. Let us pray together for the coaches, players, and trainers for this athletic competition this evening. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask that you bless all those involved in this athletic competition this evening. We ask that you keep them safe and that they show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Saint Sebastian, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome back to the Dowling Catholic High School gym here in West Des Moines. We're about set for tip-off. Dowling and East, first round of the boys Class 4A Sub-State. Tomorrow night we'll be back here for the girls Class 5A Regional Final, Dowling and Roosevelt. The winner of that game tomorrow night will advance to the girls state basketball tournament, which begins 1 week from today. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo, and Jimmy set for the tip-off. Want to welcome our officials, Daniel Wilson, Derek Clausen, and Gavin Sandvig. They're all from northeast Iowa, so they had at least a 2-hour drive to get here.
Well, you got many games ahead of you, so you got to preserve your voice as much as you can. You got a little raspy the other night, and
coming out of the bullpen, baby, ready to go. Hot tea and lemon drops, done the trick. Getting rid of this virus, whatever it is, a cold. Here's Dowling with the ball. They win the tip. East shows 2-3 zone. Now a steal by the Scarlets as they go down court. Putting up a shot up, but no good. Jamal Taylor with the steal, but his shot goes across the backboard. No good. Dowling in transition. Here's Broderick with it to Kleppe. Broderick, Kleppe in the paint as Metten is out tonight. Underneath, Kleppe has his way, shoots and scores. Ryan Kleppe with the first basket tonight.
You see Joe Broderick, he had the wide open 3 at the beginning of that possession, but decided not to take it. Work a better shot, and Kleppe hit it.
Now a long 3, up and good. The Scarlets now with a 1-point lead on the 3-pointer by Bryant Nunez. It's his 21st 3 of the year. Corner 3, good by Joe Broderick from the left corner. So the raining threes all of a sudden with the first 3 baskets tonight. And Broderick with his 21st 3 of the year. It's Dowling 5, East 3. East is led by 1. And now the Scarlets on their offense going against Dowling's man-to-man. Point guard is Bryce Dix, 5'7" senior. Dribble handoff to Jamal Taylor, another senior. Now he hands it off to Tegan Warren. Warren coming off the ball screen, 8 on the shot clock. And traveling on the Scarlets, Bryce Dix guilty of the travel.
You know, the Maroons really slowing down East with their full court, slow up press defense, which allows East to get into their offense, and they're not as comfortable running their offense as they are getting out in transition. So good job by the Maroons, slowing East down, forcing them to run their offensive schemes.
Dowling going with the Coppola brothers at guard along with Dante Cataldo, so a 3-guard lineup with Ryan Kleppe and Joe Broderick. Now the ball knocked, kicked out of bounds by East. To be Dowling basketball. The Maroons going right to left in front of us towards the south basket, wearing their home white uniforms. Now a little flex cut underneath. Shot up and good by Kleppe. The assist goes to Cataldo, and a foul on East. The basket will count. Foul will be on Jamal Taylor, his first. And a nice pass that time by quarterback on the football team, your son, and he found Kleppe on a cut.
There's so many different ways to be able to set a play from coming from the baseline violation, lane violation by Joe Broderick, getting into the lane a little bit early there. But in this case, they work the ball around, gets Dante the ball at the top of the key, and then a back cut by Kleppe, which gets him an open layup, makes it, drew the foul, but the free throws off because of a lane violation.
Dowling by 4, 7-3. 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter from the Dowling Catholic Gym here in West Des Moines. The winner will play of this game will play on Friday night. And now a shot in the lane, no good by Tegan Warren. Rebound out to the Maroons. Dowling going right to left. Here's Coppola. Dribble drives underneath. The pass over to Broderick, and he's fouled on the play. I think they're going to get Tegan Warren with the reach in. And 2 free throws coming for Broderick.
Maroons are finding that extra pass underneath the basket. That's the third time that they have attacked the basket, but instead of taking it hard and looking to score, you get in the back cut from the backside, which is open. This time Broderick was there and draws a foul on his shot.
Bryant Nunez commits the foul. That is the second team foul on East here in the first quarter. And both free throws good by Broderick. And we got a quick timeout by head coach DeMarco Turner of Des Moines East, and he'll take a full timeout. We'll take it with him with 5:43 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling 9, East 3 on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym out of the East timeout. Scarlets with the basketball, trailing 9-3. Corner 3 up and good by the Scarlets. Bryant Nunez drills a corner 3 right in front of the Dowling bench, right wing.
The Dowling came out with a 1-3-1 half-court trapping defense, and Nunez finds an open shot and hits it.
Here's Kleppe for 3 left wing. No good. Offensive rebound. Cataldo kicks it back out to Maddox Coppola. Now to Joey Coppola underneath Kleppe, kicks it back out to Maddox Coppola, over to Joey for 3, up and off the rim, no good. Rebound East and Jamal Taylor. Scarlets in the front court. Jamal takes it all the way down, his shot up, and they're going to wave it off, traveling on the rail on the Scarlets. I think Taylor's shot might have been partially, the ball might have been slightly tied up, and they get in for the travel.
Well, it just took an extra step there, but you can see how different East is when they get out on transition. rather than setting up their offensive scheme. So anytime on a missed basket, you can see East getting out and run because that's where they look more comfortable.
9-6 Dowling. Here's Kleppe with it right side. Top of the key to Cataldo. He'll shoot the three. It's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound Tate Warren and East. Warren guarded by Capolas. Dowling picks up man-to-man in the backcourt, even off a miss. Now Warren for three. This is Tegan Warren, his brother. It's no good. Rebound Dowling and Broderick. Maddox Capola with it. Dribbles in the lane. Now Maroons will set up their offense. They lob it inside to Kleppe, and the ball is deflected out of bounds off Kleppe. Good defense that time by East. Tegan Warren and Craig Farley doubling up on Kleppe for that lob.
Joey kind of just tries to dump it over the defense to the baseline for Kleppe, but two guys surrounding him. Probably one more pass in there allows Kleppe to set up some type of a move at the middle of the lane, and that time he just wasn't available to get the ball.
East running their dribble weave. With it is Dix at the free throw line. Gets it over to Warren. This is Tegan Warren with it. Now back out to Craig Farley. Farley, a bounce pass stolen away by Capola. Joey with the steal. 2-on-1 fast break. Leaves it for Broderick. His shot up, and they say it was blocked. And his offensive rebound put up and good by Joe Broderick. So Joe hung right with it and went through the contact.
Got a lot of contact there, but was able to get his rebound, put it back in, and runs up 11-6.
Corner three, no good by Bryant Nunez. This time from the left corner. He's already hit one from the right. And now Capola underneath. His shot up and no good. Drew the foul. And free throws coming for Joey Capola. Foul on East. It'll be on Bryce Dix, his first. That'll be the third team foul of East here in the first quarter. Again, the winner of this game plays Friday night at Waukee Northwest. We'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio if the Maroons are successful. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadil. Glad you could join us. Monday night, tournament basketball. The first rounds in Class 4A, and Capola hits both free throws. Joey's been at 50% on the season and hits both of them there. 13-6 Dowling by 7 over the Scarlets. Maroons next dead ball. We'll see substitutions. East in the front court. This is Tegan Warren with it. Over to Craig Farley. 15 on the shot clock. Dowling stays man-to-man. Now they double team Farley, and then they reverse the ball right side. Warren dribbles baseline. He's cut off by Broderick. Tegan trying to find an opening, and it's slapped in the backcourt by Kleppe with the steal underneath to Capola, and Maddox's layup is good. What a flurry there by the Maroons that's set up by their defense. 15-6, Dowling by 9. Scarlets in the front court. With it is Tegan Warren. Gets it over to Bryce Dix. Scarlets come in losing 7 in a row in 8 of their last 10 games. Dowling's won 3 in a row in 5 of their last 8 games. Now corner three by the Scarlets. Up and good. Nice shot that time by Jamal Taylor. That's his first three of the night.
Well, they're living and dying by the three. Right now, 3 of 5 from the three-point range.
You mentioned that in the pregame, Jimmy, a little bit. Their three-point shooting. And now here's Joey Capola for 3. It's in and out, no good. Taylor with the rebound for East. 2 minutes to play, first quarter. Dowling leading by 6. Now a long three by Dix is no good. Rebound Broderick. Joe will dribble it up across the timeline himself. Gets to Kleppe. Diagonal pass underneath to Cataldo, and reverse layup up and good with the left hand. The basket will count, and a foul on Des Moines East.
Good back cut by Dante. A little bit late to it, but saw it and give it to Kleppe. He had an open guy on the baseline, but Dante's cut across the lane allowed him for a nice open reverse layup.
I'm so glad Dante's ambidextrous, like his mother taught him that real well, I'm sure, at a young age. Don't you think? That really helped on that play there. It was not you.
I mean, I can barely rub my eye with my left hand.
As I said, it was your wife. Substitutions in. Nick Frericks in for Dowling for the first time tonight. 6-foot senior. Nick averaging just under 2 points and 2 rebounds. And free throw good by Dante Cataldo, so he completes the three-point play. Dante with 3 points tonight. Dowling by 9. Matching their largest lead, 18-9. Also in the lineup for Dowling, Lucas Paoli. Number 15, 6-foot junior. So Paoli and Frericks in for first subs tonight, and there's one more in there. And hey, Jack Jepson, welcome to the broadcast. 6'4" senior, came in the other night against Norwalk with some help in the post. East with the basketball in the front court. They go left to right, wearing their road black uniforms, white numbers with red trim. And down the lane, shot no good by Craig Farley. Rebound, Ali Aragao, who's also in there for the Maroons. Maroons in transition, off the glass, layup good. Joey Coppola with the assist, and Nick Frerichs with the basket. And it's 20-9 Dowling. This will be a 30-second timeout called by East with a minute 13 to go here in the first quarter. Dowling by 11, and their defense has really set up their offense, Jimmy.
Well, we talked about the turnovers that East certainly has had on the year, but you know, when Dowling's on the transition, what you've seen in past games and throughout the season is the guys out in front of the transition go to the wings and sit outside the three-point arcs for the kick-out pass. But now, in this game, you're seeing those wing players cut to the basket. So the guy who's leading the transition is finding the Dowling cut players to the backdoor passes and hitting high percentage layup shots, which have been there so far throughout the whole first quarter.
Other games going on tonight. Part of this bracket has Iowa City High at Ottumwa. The winner will play at number 5 Cedar Falls. That's in Sub-State 6. Dowling and East playing here. The winner plays Friday night at Waukee Northwest. 1 minute to play, first quarter. Dowling by 11. East with the basketball. Scarlets left to right. Farley with it. Tries to throw a backdoor cut. It's stolen away. Deflected by Joey Coppola into the hands of Paoli. Coppola shot up and no good. Rebound cleared out of there by Farley. Now the Scarlets down court, and diagonal pass and a layup good by Bryant Nunez as the Maroons overcompensated that there, and Nunez with 8 points here in the first quarter. He has 8 of East 11 points. Ali Aragao, right block, double team. And his shot up, good. Olier backed in, Bryant Nunez for the basket.
He becomes such a mismatch for so many teams because of his length, not just his height, but his arm length is just so long that he's able to really have his way around the basket. And Olier really converting hard at the rim.
Shot clock turned off, 14 seconds remaining. No whistle, no fouls. East attacks the glass from the left side. Foul on Dowling. Free throws coming for East. We'll get Joey Coppola with his first foul. I think that's Dowling's first team foul here in the first quarter. And free throws coming for Craig Farley, a 47% free throw shooter. He'll get 2 here. The left-hander eyes a bucket, and his free throw is no good. Other games going on tonight, following some of the CIML teams. Marshalltown is at Southeast Polk. The winner of that game will play at Waukee on Friday in Sub-State 7. Sub-State 8 has Indianola at Roosevelt as a second free throw good by Farley. Dowling with the ball. They get it underneath, and ball is loose on the floor. Allier, and now we're going to call a jump ball with 4 seconds remaining. It'll be East High basketball as the ball got tied up.
East comes out with the full court press, and Dowling throws the ball over the press, finds Lucas Paoli underneath the basket, really nobody around him, and I think he was more shocked than anything. Goes up for the layup and misses a wide open layup, but fought for his rebound, and it got loose, and East ball on the tie-up.
All right, Dix with it. Now a half-court shot by Tate Warren is up and no good off the side of the rim.
So
almost
close.
went in. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score here at the Dowling Gym. Des Moines East and Dowling. Dowling 22, East 12. Back to the second quarter in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Second quarter just about underway. 22-12, Dowling boys leading Des Moines East in the first round of boys sub-state. Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadeo. Coach, you got a few numbers to throw at our listeners?
First quarter numbers for the Maroons: 8 of 15 from the field, 8 rebounds, 2 turnovers. East went 4 of 11 from the field, 4 rebounds, and 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
All right, Dowling starts with the basketball. Dante Cataldo back in. Gets it to Lisa for Maddox. Capola dribble drives in the lane. Bounce pass underneath to Capola. He left the shot short. Maroons back to their starters. Kleppe with the offensive rebound. Out to Maddox. Capola for 3. It's good. Maddox Capola out there on the beyond the arc. He's got 5 points in the first quarter. Dowling 25. Des Moines East 12. Maroons' largest lead is right now at 13 points. Scarlets now the other way. Underneath Jamal Taylor. His shot no good. Broderick with the rebound. And he leads the fast break. 3-on-2. Kleppe with the layup. Good. Broderick with the pass.
We talked about it pregame, is that the Maroons get out and run on missed shots, get out and run on turnovers, and the Maroons so far have done a lot of that and have really warranted a lot of easy shots from underneath the baskets.
We've already played a minute here in the second quarter, and Dowling has ballooned the lead up to 15. East with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Here's Taylor with it. Jump stops. And now tries to get it inside to Tate Warren. It's stolen away by Dowling. And underneath, they get it to Broderick, who was a rim runner, and he shoots and scores.
Again, they're going to score. They're going to score points in bunches. They went 7 of 10 just from inside three-point arc in the first quarter, and they're 3 for 3 here in the second.
Here's Taylor from the right elbow. Leaner in the lane, no good. Broderick with the rebound. Joe leads the fast break, kicks it over to Capola, and that's Joey with it to his brother Maddox. He'll launch the 3, top of the key, it's off the back iron, no good. Rebound Taylor and Des Moines East. 29-12 Dowling, 6:10 left to go, second quarter here at the Dowling Gym. East and Bryce Dix. Leaves it for Farley for 3, good. Boy, that guy's living behind the line. That's his third 3 of the night, his 4th field goal, and he's got cuts the lead to 29-15.
Your stats are all over the board, aren't they? Just say it. Your stats are all over the board.
I think they gave it to the wrong guy. Underneath is Cataldo, layup good.
We may know a couple guys over there at the scores bench. I mean, if you got to get
I think they gave the wrong guy the 3. All right, Dowling back on defense. He's back with their starters, and they're 31-15. Dowling's doubled the score. The ball kicked out of bounds. It'll be Des Moines East basketball with 5:18 to go. The Maroons 31, East 15. And the Maroons have what? They've went 9 deep thus far, Jimmy.
Well, actually, they've gone 10 deep, and allows you to get guys like Allier and Jack Jepson in there as a big man. You're minus Riddick tonight, so allows these guys to get a little bit more playing time, and they're doing a great job, as we saw in the first quarter, both Allier and Jepson.
Fouls on Dowling as Kleppe will pick up the foul, and Jamal Taylor in the lane with a shot off the glass, good. So he's got his 5th point. Chance for an and 1. Kleppe will sit down. Ryan with his first foul.
Taylor leads East in scoring, averaging just over 8 points a game.
Yeah, 8 points, 5.5 rebounds, 44% free throw shooter on the year. This is his first free throw tonight, and it's good. East as a team shooting 45% from the free throw line. So you never know it there. They're 2 of 3 tonight from the line. Dowling with the ball. Maddox Capola for 3 in the corner. It's up and no good. Offensive rebound, Nick Frericks. Gets it out top to Joey Capola. Brand new shot clock for Dowling with 5 minutes to play. Here's Cataldo for 3, left corner. It's no good. And the rebound cleared around. Tate Warren comes away with it. He took it away from Frericks. 31-18 Maroons. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Second quarter from the Dowling Gym. Glad you could join us tonight. First round of the boys class 4A sub-state. And in the lane, Farley draws the foul. This foul will be on Dowling. This will be the Maroons' second foul of the quarter. And they'll whistle it on Dante Cataldo, his first.
If Dante takes a half a step over to his right, he really sets up for the charge opportunity, but he just doesn't move his feet to square up on that dribble drive and forces a foul.
East inbounds ball is a non-shooting foul. Corner three, no good by Bryce Dix. Rebound, Dowling. 4:20 to play. The Maroons leading by 13. Here's Cataldo with it.
He's
Back
running a 1-3-1 zone. And you got to find the back cuts on the back side of that 1-3-1 right at the rim.
Now a long three by Coppola, left it short. Offensive rebound. Well, it was in the hands of Broderick, stolen away, and we got a loose ball foul on Joe. Good job by East keeping the longer Dowling players at bay. Oh, they're going to call it on East. Never mind. Tate Warren picks up the foul.
Hand it to East, induce Dowling into a three-point shooting contest and force them to make those shots, because right now they're winning at the rim.
Here's Cataldo in the lane. His shot no good. Offensive rebound Broderick, and he drew the foul on the rebound and put back. So Joe will have 2 free throws here. Foul will be on Bryant Nunez. That'll be his second foul. Nunez, the second leading scorer and rebounder for East, with his second foul, and Broderick for 2 free throws. First one up and no good. Tonight's game in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Brought to you in part by Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Our thanks to Fast Signs and Blessman International. Second free throw good by Broderick. Joe has 10 points here in the first half. Dowling 32, East 18 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. East in the front court. Here's Farley with it. His pass stolen away by Coppola. Down to Broderick in the lane. His shot up and good. Bodies hit the floor. And I think Nunez is shaken up. He tried to take the charge, and he took the brunt of Joe's fall. Broderick with 12 points off the basket here.
I mean, you look at the play, and Joe Broderick goes so hard to the basket, draws contact. That's either a charge or a block. It's one or the other. It's not nothing. And the officials decided to swallow his whistle on that, but a lot of contact on that shot there and nothing call.
On the fast break, you wonder if the East defender was just a little bit late getting set as Joe was, going up for his shot, and they elected to make it a no call. And hopefully the young man, Nunez, is fine. He's going to sit down now as head coach DeMarco Turner puts him on the bench. East coaching staff, Josh Cerveny, Jason Jeffries, Raymond Jackson, and E.J. Now, along with Mark Core, who's not here tonight, make up the coaching staff with head coach DeMarco Turner. Now East with the ball, long three coming, left wing, good. Set shot three, good by Bryce Dix. That's his first 3 points of the night. Cuts the Dowling lead to 13, 34-21. Maroons get the ball immediately down court and draw a foul, and free throws coming for the Maroons. Foul will be on Tegan Warren. That'll be his first. Kleppe to the line for the Maroons for 2 free throws. He has 6 points tonight, 0 for 1 at the line. The left-hander eyes a bucket. First one good. Other games going on in Sub-State 2, Fort Dodge at Urbandale and Des Moines Lincoln at Norwalk. Fort Dodge Urbandale winner will play at Valley on Friday night. Des Moines Lincoln and Norwalk winner will play at Council Bluffs Jefferson on Friday. We'll try to keep you abreast of some of the other games going on. Kleppe's free throw is good. Ryan with 8 points tonight. 36-21, Dowling by 15, equaling its largest lead of the night. East with the basketball, Jamal Taylor. Left to right towards the north basket. Taylor in the lane has a shot. Partially blocked, but it'll go in. Kleppe with the block, but he's going to pick up his second foul. And an and one here for Taylor.
Good, strong, hard move by Taylor as he got to the basket, and it gets elevated pretty good. And Kleppe draws a lot of contact on that shot, but the strength that Taylor puts the ball in.
I think Ryan got caught in between. Do you block it or do you box it out? And free throw good. Taylor completes his second and one of the night. He's got 9 points to lead East. 36-24, Dowling by 12. Frerichs now in, over to Cole Southard. So Southard, Frerichs, and Joey Coppola, the 3 guards. Now backdoor cut to Coppola, back out to Southard for 3, good. Cole Southard with his 19th 3 of the year. Extends the Maroons lead to 15, 39-24. East with the basketball. Tegan Warren on the baseline. And a reach-in foul on the Maroons as they conversed on him. They'll get Coppola, and that'll be Joey Coppola with his second foul. So Kleppe and Joey Coppola with 2 fouls each, with 2:15 to go here in the second quarter. East with the basketball. Jamal Taylor in the lane. His shot up no good. Rebound Joe Broderick. Joe is on his way to another double-double. Maroons in transition. Here's Kleppe with it. Fakes the 3. Now gives the Southern in the corner for 3. It's no good. Rebound East. Farley with it. Outlet pass goes to Taylor. He's guarded by Frericks. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they say it went off East. So it'll be Dowling basketball on the turnover with 1:54 remaining in the first half. Maroons by 15, Jimmy.
It'll be interesting to see, Southern and the opportunities he's going to get from the three-point range. He's a kid that can score in bunches, and with East defenses opening up that baseline three-point shot, and right now Cole's 1 for 2.
Now a long 3 by Broderick, no good. Offensive rebound. Kleppe is put back up, left it short. Ball slapped around, and Taylor comes away with it for East with 1.5 remaining in the second quarter. Dowling by 15. East with the ball. Here's Dix. Fakes the 3. Now they swing it left wing over to Farley beyond the three-point arc. Farley in the lane. His shot off the glass too strong as Joey Coppola hits the ground rather, and rebound Broderick. Dowling with the ball. Here's Southard with it. They reverse it in the corner. Kleppe for 3. It's no good. And the rebound, Farley and East.
That corner 3 by the Maroons has just not been a very high percentage shot throughout the year, and so far the Maroons are struggling from that corner three-point shot.
Well, there's been a lid on the basket as a three-pointer by East, no good by Dix. Dowling with the ball. Coppola for 3, top of the key, good. Joey Coppola with his first field goal of the night. He's got 5 points. 1 3-pointer and 2 free throws. 42-24, Dowling by 18. Maroons' largest lead of the night with 35 seconds remaining. Possible 2 for 1 here for Dowling if the Maroons don't foul. Maroons with 14 fouls. East with 3. And now in the lane. Shot up and good by Malik Williams, who's in there for the Scarlets. Williams off the bench. 6'2 freshman scores.
Maroons going to hold out for the last shot with just 15 seconds to go in the half. See if they can get a nice backdoor cut, as that's been open throughout the night.
8 on the shot clock as the shot clock's turned off. 8 on the game clock. Coppola for 3, good from the right corner. Joey Coppola with 6 of his 8 points in the last minute, and we've come to halftime. And Dowling Catholic leading 45-26 over Des Moines East here at the Dowling Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with our halftime statistics and conversation. Glad you could join us. Monday night, boys first round Class 4A sub-state basketball here at the Dowling Gym in West Des Moines. And Dowling leads East 45-26. We'll return after this 2-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Faith Check with Greg Ewell on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
On this Faith Check, let's talk a little about the history of the Bible. The early Christians relied on the Greek translation of the Old Testament called the Septuagint. This is the version most often quoted in the New Testament and what Jesus probably heard growing up. It also includes the books that the Protestants call the Apocrypha and typically don't include in their Bibles. It took a while for the Catholic Church to compile the New Testament. Some books, such as the 4 Gospels, were accepted by all. Others, such as those spurious Gospels you hear about from the Da Vinci Code, were rejected by all believers. However, there were other books that were completely orthodox but disputed. Some of these were not ultimately included in our canon, such as the Didache, and others were, like Hebrews and Revelation. The canon is the list of books that belong in the Bible. It was determined primarily to say which books could and could not be read at the liturgy, and was largely settled by a series of church councils approved by the Pope and bishops in the late 300s. Hence, when you trust in the inspiration of the Bible, you are trusting a spirit-led decision of the Roman Catholic Church. This is Greg Ewell for Faith Check.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym tonight, hosting the boys' first round Class 4A sub-state game. The winner of this game will play at Waukee Northwest. Dowling leading at halftime, 45-26. On the other side of bracket in sub-state 6, Iowa City High is at Ottumwa tonight, and that winner will play at Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls ranked 5th. They're the highest seed in sub-state 6. Cedar Falls the number 1 seed, with Waukee Northwest the number 2, Dowling the 3 seed. And see how all that plays out, as the potential winners would be playing in the sub-state final with Cedar Falls right now the highest remaining seed, and that's what Dowling went through last year. If you remember, Jimmy, the Maroons traveled to Cedar Falls and played in the semifinals and ended their season up there losing by 8. But new season, new year, and we're at halftime, and the Maroons up 19, their largest lead of the night.
Well, you look at the sub-state groupings and some of the matchups as you would see in the semifinals, and there's a couple that stick out as possible upsets when you see the potential of Sioux City East and Johnston getting together. Sioux City East being the higher seed, so that would be up in Sioux City. And Johnston's been playing well as of late, and they're rolling. And then I think you look at the two Ankeny schools playing in the semifinal, Ankeny Centennial and Ankeny matching back up. That game in itself will be a barn burner. And then coming out of sub-state 6 with Dowling playing Waukee Northwest, and the winner of that likely playing Cedar Falls, and I think both Dowling and Waukee Northwest have equal opportunities to come out in that game. So that's going to be a really good second round matchup. But potential playing Cedar Falls up there, and you could see somebody like a Dowling coming out of it as a 3 seed, making their run against Waukee Northwest, and then Cedar Falls has a big upset in sub-state 6.
Yeah, lots of possibilities, and I think think there could be 5 potential Des Moines teams that could make it to the Boys State Tournament Class 4A, with one of those teams, the only Des Moines area team involved with that whole bracket. So more than likely we could see 4 teams down there, and we'll kind of run through these. Let's go through our first half statistics before we get into all the sub-states. I've got 5 sub-states identified here we could talk about at halftime, Jimmy, but let's get our first half statistics in.
So Dowling through one half of the game, they went 16 of 33 from the field, including 5 of 16 from the three-point range. Took 11 three-point shots in that second quarter alone. 17 total rebounds for the Maroons, and sitting on 2 turnovers. For Des Moines East is 6 of 22 from the field, 8 total rebounds and 8 turnovers. So, East is a team that doesn't shoot all that well from the three-point range, but they're certainly coming out. They're 5 of 11 right now from the three-point range is East, and they're 20% on the year. But they're a team that does give up 21 total turnovers as a team on average, and right now they're sitting on 8 total turnovers for the game is Des Moines East.
All right, let's take a look at scoring in this contest. Dowling again leading at halftime, 45-26 over Des Moines East. The Scarlets, the visiting team, are led by Jamal Taylor's 9 points and Bryant Nunez with 8 points. Nunez battling foul trouble with 2 fouls in the first half. Rounding out scoring for East, Craig Farley with 4 points, Bryce Dix with 3 points, and 2 points for Malik Williams, as the Scarlets went 3 of 4 at the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons were led at halftime by Joe Broderick's 12 points. He's well on his way to a double-double tonight, as Joe comes in averaging 11.5 points and just under 11 rebounds. But Broderick leading the way with 12 points in the first half, followed by Joey Coppola with 8 points, Ryan Kleppe with 8 points, but both Coppola and Kleppe battling foul trouble. They had 2 fouls each in that first half. 5 points each for Dante Cataldo and Maddox Coppola. 3 points for Cole Southard. And 2 points off the bench for Alier Agao. Dowling jumped out to a 22-12 first quarter lead, and Maroons outscored East 23-14 in the second quarter to lead it 45-26. And Jimmy, you mentioned some of the brackets for Sub-State. Did you touch on Des Moines, Lincoln, and Norwalk yet?
No.
Those two teams will meet. They're meeting tonight. The winner of that game will play at Council Bluffs Jefferson on Friday. The other part of Sub-State 2 in that bracket, Fort Dodge at Urbandale, and that winner will play at Valley on Friday night. So Valley, the number one seed in that Sub-State, with Council Bluffs Jefferson, the second seed.
Valley has battled a lot of injuries throughout the year. Zay Robinson and then Curtis Stinson Jr. having his issues, but from what I'm seeing from them is that they're back at full strength, and they're looking to make another run for a state title, as they really ramped up and played so well last year at this time of the year. But one of the first times that they've been fully healthy on the year has been the Valley Tigers.
You touch on North and Ames's, that's region Sub-State 1, Sioux City North at Des Moines North tonight. The winner will travel up to Sioux City East. They're the number one seed in Sub-State 1. The other bracket has Mason City at Ames. That winner will be at Johnston on Friday night. So I'm just looking at the ones that affect Des Moines area teams. We mentioned Marshalltown at Southeast Polk. The winner plays at Waukee on Friday. Waukee is the highest seed in Sub-State 7. Sioux City West at Council Bluffs Lincoln. That winner will play at Dallas Center Grimes on Friday. Dallas Center Grimes, the number 2 seed. And that's how Sub-State 7 sets up. And then the final one, West Waterloo at Iowa City Liberty. The winner plays at Ankeny. I think you talked about that. Ankeny, the number 1 seed. And in Sub-State 8, Indianola at Roosevelt. The winner will play at Ankeny Centennial, which is the number 2 seed in that Sub-State. So Ankeny, the 1 seed, Centennial, the 2. Ankeny ranked 8th, Centennial ranked 10th. Possibility of seeing one Ankeny team in the state tournament if things work out.
There's just some really good matchups as you would forecast this into the semifinals, and a lot of Des Moines area schools who they're beating up on each other throughout the year. There's really nobody who's been the cream of the crop. Some teams have gotten hot and some teams look really, really good at times, but then you're playing these teams night in, night out. And then the cream of the crop of this entire Class 4A is Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who's just on a roll in eastern Iowa, as that team is likely going to make their way down to Wells Fargo for their state run, and that they're just a heck of a team, as we've seen them knock off Valley just a couple weeks ago.
We're going to take a break, come back with the start of the second half. We're at halftime here at the Dowling Gym, and it's Dowling leading Des Moines East 45-26. We'll return with the start of the second half in 1 minute here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Throughout history, our Lord has shown us that He is truly present in the Blessed Sacrament. Experience these wonders for yourself as Iowa Catholic Radio presents the Vatican International Exhibition Eucharistic Miracles of the World at Dowling Catholic High School in West Des Moines, now through February 29th. Learn more about how you can bring this beautiful panel display to your parish, school, or faith-based organization by calling 515-223-1150 or visit iowacatholicradio.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory. Caldwell Parish offers services that are unique to the individual while following the Catholic funeral rites. Caldwell Parish Funeral Home and Crematory, Des Moines' only Catholic-owned and operated funeral home.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Westgate Dental, offering cosmetic, family, implant, and general dentistry. Located at 1073rd Street, Suite 1 in West Des Moines, just behind Dowling Catholic High School. Learn more at westgatedentalia.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. The Maroons on defense to start the second half, and East missed the shot. Dowling comes down in transition, and Joey Coppola with his third three of the night. He's got 11 points, and Dowling's lead is now 22, 48-26 over the Scarlets. And what a nice transition by the Maroons, and they get Joey open for three.
And Joey's been hitting some shots tonight, and he's staying hot on this end of the year run, which he's going to have to hit some shots as the Maroons make a push in the next few games.
All right, East with the basketball, trailing 48-26. This is Dowling's largest lead of 22 points. Maroons led by 19 at half, and now Cataldo with a near steal. East gets the ball back, and a shot up and no good, but the shot clock went off. They didn't reset it, and it'll be Dowling possession.
A little bizarre. The shot clock does go off, and really nothing hits the rim, so the violation should have been called, but they let the ball play, and on the shot. The ball goes out of bounds on East. Dowling ball as we transition.
Dowling with the basketball, Joey Coppola. Maddox Coppola, Dante Cataldo, the three guards that started the contest. Riddick Metten is out tonight for the Maroons. He is under the weather and is not here. Whistling a foul on East as Coppola draws the foul. And that'll be the third foul on Bryant Nunez, who is the second leading scorer in this contest and on this East team. So keep an eye on that. Dowling went down the ball. They run the flex cut. Oh, Kleppe had Maddox Coppola open. Now they run it over. Corner three again by Joey Coppola. Good. They left him open. And Joey has hit 4 threes tonight. He's got 14 points. He went from only having 2 points in the first quarter, down 2 free throws. Now he's hit 4 threes in the second and third quarters here.
Well, it's tough to be a parent on this because Dante takes the ball hard to the basket, does have an opening. You think, shoot that ball, but he finds Joey on a kick out wide open three, and Joey hits it.
East with the basketball. Shot in the lane, no good by Jamal Taylor. Rebound, Maddox Coppola. Gets it over to Joey Coppola for 3. Good. And East going to have to burn a timeout, and they will. They'll take a 30-second timeout. 17 points for Joey Coppola. His 5th 3 of the night. His 60th 3 of the year. 54-26. The Maroons have extended their lead over Des Moines East.
Well, Joey's gotten hot at the right time of the night. His 3 shots here in the second half. I don't think anything's hit nothing but the net, and Joey can shoot the ball in bunches. We've seen that throughout the year. He's been red hot at times, and if he can stay hot and confident, and you can see the confidence streaming through Joey as he's going throughout the court, that bodes well for the Maroons.
Good rhythm. Sometimes you have that tempo, that pace, and Joey's in rhythm tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Fast Signs, Blessman International, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. I have a special message to pass along to you, Mr. Cataldo, because you were causing us grief here in Norwalk. You weren't around for our game with Norwalk. Great win by the Maroons Thursday night. Well,
I had to work, for one.
Well, nobody told me.
Late night work.
62-54, the Maroons, the win at Norwalk, brand new gym. But you were complaining about drive-thrus not being open. I was just told a certain ice cream place will have their drive-thru open through 9 o'clock for you tonight. And East now draws a foul, and that'll be on Kleppe.
I just appreciate when the elder statesman from that family steps in and says, I'm going to show these young bucks how it's handled, and stay till 9 o'clock, and that 8:55. I just tell you, it was 8:55.
It was wrong. That is not right. I'm back on the Sarcone family. That did not happen. They have live stream of you showing up and thinking the lobby was open, and it was not. The lobby closes. It was drive-through open, and you just kind of did a U-turn, whatever you were doing, and left. So you were mistaken. And now I just don't want their rating to go bad on Yelp. I'm trying to prevent that. Corner 3, Dowling with the ball. It's up and no good by Coppola. That's Joey with the miss. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by East. 54-28 Dowling. 5.5 to go third quarter. Here's Warren with it. This is Tegan Warren. Pull-up jumper off the glass. Good. Right over Joe Broderick. And Tegan Warren with his first 2 points of the night. 54-30. Dowling by 24. Maroons have led by as many as 28 in this contest. Broderick underneath, triple team. His shot up and good. Too strong as he got right between Nunez and Farley.
Joe, real strong move. 3 guys really collapsed down on him, and Joe's had problems with that throughout the year. When the defense collapses on him, he tries to muscle his way through, and sometimes it hasn't been so well, but that time certainly was outmatched East on that and converts his layup.
Broderick with 14 points. Joey Coppola with 17. And now East with a shot in the lane. It's no good by Craig Farley. Rebound Dowling. Here's Joey Coppola in transition. Skip pass over to Frericks. To Maddox Coppola for 3 left wing. It's off the mark, no good. And then Broderick hits the floor hard and a putback up and good.
Offensive rebound by Dante, and then follows it up. It goes hard to the basket, and 7th point on the night.
Dante Cataldo with the offensive rebound and basket. 7 points for Dante. Broderick hit the floor hard. Jimmy, I was kind of watching him as he hit, basically got laid out, but he's back up. And now here's a steal by Joe. He'll lead the fast break. 2-on-2 to Cataldo. Layup is good. What an assist by Joe Broderick. And Dante Cataldo finishes it off with 9 points.
Good transition. The Maroons are out and running, and that's what We talked about the pregame on any turnover, missed basket, get out, set the tempo, run as much as you can, and here they go again.
Here's a steal by Cataldo. This time he doesn't have numbers. Lisa for Coppola. Joey for three, left it short. Rebound Frericks, put back up, and good with reverse layup. Nick Frericks in the block.
Tremendous job by Nick Frericks. He's probably the smallest guy around the rim, finds the offensive rebound, but has enough thought to get the ball back up and had a reverse layup on that and converts.
3:30 to go, third quarter, 62-30 Dowling. Maroons by 32. Here's a long three. It's no good by East and Craig Farley. Rebound Dowling. Frericks. Lisa for Maddox Coppola. Now to Joey Coppola. Corner three, good. Joey Coppola with his 20th point of the night and his 6th of the night. 65-30 Dowling, and the running clock is now in effect. 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo tonight in the lane. A shot off the glass, no good by Tate Warren. Rebound Dowling. Now Cataldo for three. Off the back iron, no good, and we've got a foul called. Loose ball foul on Dowling. I think they'll get Maddox Coppola, and they will. So Maddox guilty of the push-off. That'll be his first foul. As the clock continues to run here, Jimmy.
Well, this is when you're shooting the ball well. Joey Coppola, you're shooting the ball well. You hate seeing that clock go as it does right now, because this game should go pretty quickly. That I would imagine Coach Anderson's going to go a little bit deeper into his bench here. Not too long from now, just to get some kids into the game and keep his starters fresh.
Now we got double dribble on East on the pass by Craig Farley. So turnover back over to Dowling. So Maroons are going with their starting five with the exception of Frericks. Kleppe on the bench with 3 fouls, and Frericks has his spot. And we'll see, I'm sure, the rest of the bench come in. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. 65-30 Dowling. Flex cut underneath. Pass from Joey Coppola to Nick Frericks. And Frericks hits the shot off the glass. Good. Nick with 6 points. 67-30 Maroons. Minute 40 to play. East with the basketball. Farley with it. Now, nice little spin move in the lane. He shot up and no good. Cataldo with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Coppola. Maroons sprint down court. They leave it for Dante. He dribbles in the lane. His shot up and no good. Broderick with the rebound. Put back no good. Rebound Cataldo. Kicks it out to Maddox Coppola for 3. It's no good. And the put back up good by Broderick is shot, I guess. Yeah, by Nick Frericks. You put back up.
There's so many scratches on me. I believe the Maroons think about 5 shots at the rim, went in, but they got rebounds.
All right, we're going to take one break. I'm on the floor with a minute 9 to play here in the third quarter. 69-30. Calling over Beats back in 1 minute on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for programming funded by Blessman International. We bring the good news of the gospel to South African children and their families through faith formation and locally sustainable programs. As the Fellowship of Christian Athletes location for all South Africa, our Sports for Christ complex provides student access to friendly competition where discipline and dedication are developed. Learn how you can support programs like Sports for Christ or experience the hands-on engagement of a mission trip at blessmaninternational.org.
Support for programming is provided by Construction Professionals, serving customers through a proven process, creating unique design, functionality, and artistic beauty. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. cpcustomhomes.com.
Hey, we're back here at the Dowling Gym. 66 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 69-30. Dowling with the lead, and now over and back on East. The ball was slapped by the Maroons, but they say it went in off the hands of Craig Farley. And I think they're going to give Dowling the basketball off and over and back. So,
well, it's probably the wrong call, because the Maroons do tip the pass, and the pass goes.
And it went off the East player when he tipped it. I think that's what they're getting at. Now corner three by the Maroons. Jack Jepson no good, out of bounds with 40 seconds remaining in the running clock. 69-30 Dowling. They had a whole slew of substitutions. Cedric Irashura, number 10, 5'8" sophomore in for East, along with Jamal Taylor. Also in there, Tegan Warren. Taylor underneath his shot, no good. He drew the foul. Southard will pick up his first foul. That stops the clock with 15 seconds remaining. Foul will be on Cole Southard. And free throws coming for East and Jamal Taylor.
I'll reset Dowling's lineup as they've made a wholesale change. As they've gotten Ali Aragao, Jack Jepson, Noah Martin, Lucas Paoli, and Cole Southard now are in the lineup.
First free throw no good by Taylor. He has 11 points tonight to lead East. Bryant Nunez, second leading scorer for East. He has 8 points, but he's been held scoreless here in the second half. Second free throw by Taylor, good. Taylor with 12 points. 69-31 Dowling. 10 seconds to play in the front court. Noah Martin's running the point, number 11 for the Maroons. Corner three by Lucas Paoli is no good. Ball stopped out of bounds. It went off of Ali Aragao. It'll be East basketball, and that'll do it. The quarter has come to an end with the score. Dowling Catholic 69, Des Moines East 31. We'll return for the fourth quarter here in this boys class 4A sub-state first round play-in game here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from the Catholic Tuition Organization. Reduce or eliminate your Iowa income tax and instead give to the Catholic Tuition Organization and receive 75% Iowa tax credits. These tax credits are going fast, so reserve yours today and learn more about the Catholic Tuition Organization at ctoiowa.org. ctoiowa.org. The bottom line, it's for the kids and their futures.
Catholic Tuition Organization, a great investment in our kids.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
We're back here at the Dowling Gym as we have the running clock. We start the fourth quarter. Dowling leading 69-31 over East. The Maroons outscore East 24-5 in that third quarter. Now a long three by Dowling. Up and good on their first possession. That is Lucas Paoli with his third three of the year.
Lucas is a individual who's averaging over 20 points a game in their JV schedule that the Maroons went undefeated in this past year.
East with the basketball. With it is Tegan Warren, who gets to start here in the fourth quarter. Nearly lost it. Saved it from going out of bounds to Jamal Taylor, but they say he stepped on the baseline. Also in there, Craig Farley. We mentioned Cedric Irashura, also in there for East. And the freshman in there, Malik Williams, 6'2 freshman, wearing number 34, the 5 on the floor for East. For Dowling, Maroons on the front court, Nora Martins gets it on the baseline to Southard underneath the Ollier. Left block, contact, layup up, and no good. He drew the foul. The foul will be on the freshman, Malik Williams, his first. So Ollier Agal will go to the line for Dowling. Try to pick up the Maroons. Lucas Paoli, Noah Martins, Cole Southard, Jack Jepson, and how about this young man, Ollier Agal. 6'8 senior, headed to Simpson next year, where he'll be an academic All-American, unlike you and I.
That's so true. But you love to see Allier, who's put so much time and effort into his basketball game, continuing past high school.
First free throw good, second free throw good. Makes them both. Ollier Agal, 4 points tonight off the bench. He's perfect on the year, 4 for 4 at the line. 6:50 remaining, fourth quarter. Dowling 74, East 31. Here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Reminder, tomorrow night we'll be on the air at 6:45. Dowling girls trying to punch their ticket to state. They'll host Des Moines Roosevelt. Now a steal by Jepson as the Maroons now get the ball in the front court. Here's Pioli's pass over to Jepson, left wing. Top of the key it goes to Martins. Now a long three coming by Southard, in and out, no good. Ball slapped out by Ollier, picked up by East. And Cedric Irashura, he takes it down court. Now a corner three, no good by the Farley. Dowling with the rebound. Here comes Southard with it. Flurry of action with the running clock. Southard now gets it underneath, kicks it out to Jepson. Now Martins for three, it's good. Oh, Martins, hot shooter for the sophomore. His first three of the year.
Great rotation on that shot by Martins, and looked about as pure as a shot we've seen. And he's just a young junior who is going to get a lot of minutes over the next year.
77-31 Dowling. East with the basketball as they dribble into traffic. Here is Malik Williams with it. Nearly lost it. Gets it to Jamal Taylor. His pass stolen away by Jepson. Lead pass to Southard. Southard underneath. Gets it to Martins. He can't get the shot off. They kick it back out. Now dribble driving with the ball is Paoli. In the lane, Martins, his shot up and good. Well, that was nice ball movement by Dowling at a timeout by the Maroons. This will be a substitution timeout. Martins with his 5th point. And he's going to check out. Paoli will sit down, and so will Martins. And we'll see Jackson Trine, number 23, one of 10 seniors, will be in the lineup right now for the Maroons.
Quincy Moore has also checked in.
Quincy Moore, thank you, is the other one.
You know, one thing you just haven't seen a lot of is that younger group of Dowling basketball players. Because Dowling has so many seniors in the lineups, going too deep, you don't see a ton of the juniors, but Noah Martins, Lucas Paoli, Quincy Moore who's But look at Martins and Paoli and kind of their game, how they play at the guard level. You know, they're pretty impressive individuals for juniors.
And that junior team had their own squad, all juniors only, and they went undefeated this year, as Coach Einertson mentioned on the postgame show at Norwalk. There's a long three, no good by East. Rebound, Holly Aragao. Stevie Sarcone, the Dowling sophomores, had a tremendous year, as did Mr. Kevin O'Hare. His team went 15-6, the Dowling freshman on the season. All right, Maroons with the ball. Here's Trine over the corner. A three-pointer by Southard, up and good. That guy can get hot. Cole with his 2nd three of the night and his 20th of the year. 82-31 Dowling. Maroons by 51, their largest lead of the night. 4:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Dowling at Waukee Northwest. Second time we'll go out there.
And you got to be excited because you figured out all the technology out there. And
I did.
You're ready to put this into.
And I got you the high back chairs that you find at your favorite watering hole. I got you 3 of those actually. So yeah, we're all good. We're ready to go. Now the question will be, will Mr. Dewey let me in? That's always sometimes doesn't happen. Whistle and a foul on Ali Aragao. That's his first.
But you look at that matchup. I know we'll talk a little bit more about it, but the Maroons, took on Northwest earlier in the year here at Dowling and came away victorious, and then, really ran into a buzzsaw of a game at Northwest on their senior night where Northwest shot 64%, I believe, from the field and blew Dowling out of the gymnasium that night. But certainly a game where the Maroons can play with Northwest, but if they get hot shooting like that, it's going to be tough.
Bryce Dix inbounds the ball to Jamal Taylor, and he's fouled by Jack Jepson. So at the free throw line for East will be Jamal Taylor. Leading scorer for the Scarlets tonight with 12 points. He'll get 2 free throws here. Eyes a bucket, first free throw good. East dressing 3 seniors, 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 freshmen this year. Under first-year head coach DeMarco Turner. Second free throw on the way. Good. Taylor now with 14 points to lead East. 82-33 Dowling. 3:15 to go here in the fourth quarter with the running clock. Dowling will play at Waukee Northwest Friday night. Now Southern for 3 right in front of the Dowling bench. No good. Rebound slapped around, and Jepson and Taylor battle it out. Here comes East the other way, and his shot's blocked. That's Dix's shot, blocked from behind by, I think, Cole Southard. Rebound Dowling. There's Jepson in the front court. Finds a cutter, now gets it over in the corner to Southard. Dribble drives in the lane, layup is good. A rare dribble drive by Cole Southard because he's used to shooting beyond the arc.
And Cole Southard's seen the gamut of the Dowling season. He started earlier in the year.
Yes, he was.
Relegated more coming off of a bench role, but we know Cole's a really good shooter when he gets hot. And as we've talked multiple times that he's a kid that can hit, just a bunch of 3-point shots at a time. And Coach Einerson's talked about him in past games that, when they need scoring, Cole Southard's a guy that he looks for to get in the game because he knows, as many of us know, that Cole's a nice, sharp shooter from the outside.
Good baseball player, too. He won the Dowling first-round state game against Dallas Center Grimes last year in Iowa City. Was pitching that game and now traveling on the Maroons. 2 minutes to play. Dowling 84, East 33. Mark Amadeo alongside Jimmy Cataldo tonight. We'll be on the air Friday night, 6:45 with tip-off at 7 o'clock. Semifinal boys Class 4A basketball, Dowling at Waukee Northwest. The Maroons are a minute 40 away from making this go final. And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be here for the Dowling girls. They take on Roosevelt, the right to go to the state tournament. Now in transition, Southern another layup that's good. He's got 10 points off the bench. And a nice feed that time by the Maroons. And now a steal by Dowling. Southern for three, it's good. Keeping up there, Coach. 13 points for Southern. 89-33 Maroons. Minute 15 to go. Wow.
It's furious. And got to give to Cole. It's the last time that these Maroon seniors will play in the Dowling Gymnasium.
That's true.
And so anytime you get opportunity just to get out there and shoot the ball.
Now we got a jump ball between Ali Aragao and Bryce Dix. Bryce helps Ali get up. And a jump ball will be Dowling possession with 55 seconds to go. And Coach Turner is going to empty the bench for East. And a timeout, East. That's the only way they can come in to stop the clock, and they call a timeout. So we'll keep it here. 48 seconds remaining. And I want to mention our Dowling Catholic High School Activity Spotlight. Congratulations to February's recipient, who we interviewed Friday night, Emma Hazel, Dowling Catholic class of 2024. We interviewed her Saturday night, following Dowling girls' win over Lincoln. And you can hear Emma's interview with John Leonetti and Deacon Mark Campbell on the Catholic Morning Show by visiting Iowa Catholic Radio's podcast page at iowacatholicradio.com on Friday, February 2nd. Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology brings us the Catholic Spotlight as Ali Aragao shoots and scores, offering a wide range of aesthetic and wellness services and providing customized care to have you looking your best. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Our thanks to Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive. 18 seconds remaining. Dowling with the missed shot. East will inbound the ball with 10 seconds left. 91-33. Not sure if that'll be the final score, but that's what we have now. East with the ball in the lane. Pull-up jumper, good. Nice shot that time by East, and that was by Tate Warren. That is his first 2 points, and it's all over. 91-35, the final. Dowling boys improve their record to 12-11, and they'll take on Waukee Northwest Friday. This Friday night, we'll have the game on Iowa Catholic Radio. East closes out their season with a record of 3-19. And Jimmy, it was a slow start. East was in it for much part of the first half, and then it was all Dowling in the second half. They outscored the Scarlets 24-5 in the third quarter and went on to win it 91-35.
Well, East came out and made a handful of 3-point shots early in the game. Made 4 3-point shots in the first quarter and a half, and I think that kept them in the game just for that little part of the game. But the game is as much of what we thought it would be, is that the turnovers came into play, the missed shots came into play by East, and then Dowling getting out and running, and really extended leads in a fury by their ability to fast break, transition, convert baskets, and then Joey Coppola hitting 4 3-point shots in that third quarter alone really propelled Dowling into a lead that East just could not come back from.
Maroons held the Scarlets to just 3 field goals in the second half as the Maroons outscore East 46-9 in the second half. Dowling led at halftime 45-26. Again, the final, Dowling Catholic 91, Des Moines East 35 alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale. Brady Grimm is our studio producer, doing a great job back at the Iowa Catholic Radio's network studios. Brady, we'll need a 2-minute break. Might need an extra calculator here to get the Dowling scoring and statistics totaled up, but we'll be back in 2 minutes. Hopefully we'll have it done by then. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym for the postgame show on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Faith Check with Greg Yule on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Welcome to this Faith Check. For centuries, Catholic priests, monks, and nuns sanctified their day by praying the Psalms. This practice was inherited from the Jews who prayed at set times in the temple. The Western Church was largely influenced by the Benedictine monks who immersed themselves in the Psalms 7 times each day in addition to Mass and private prayer. The Church today encourages the laity to pray a shorter form of this called the Liturgy of the Hours. The 2 major parts of this are called morning prayer and evening prayer, and there are also readings for each day corresponding to the seasons of the Church's liturgical calendar. Praying the Liturgy of the Hours can be a powerful tool. It helps us acquire the discipline of regular prayer. It fills our hearts and minds with Scripture as we go about our day. I once heard a priest say every single priest he knew who had left the priesthood had stopped praying his daily office of prayer. For more info, talk to your priest or a Catholic bookstore, and cover your household in spiritual protection each day with the Mass, Rosary, and the Liturgy of the Hours. This is Greg Yule for Faith Check.
Fishy, 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 fishy.
There's an easier way to find the fish.
That's not loud enough. You're calling very quiet. Oh.
Just go to iowacatholicradio.com and click on the fish fry finder.
Fishy, 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 fishy.
Select your region and find the fish fry in your neck of the woods.
Still too quiet.
Too quiet. Okay, here we go now.
Just use the fish fry finder at iowacatholicradio.com.
Well, that's not loud enough, Bert.
Then you won't have to say
fishy, 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 fishy
anymore.
Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology provides advanced and medical aesthetics, body contouring, wellness, and spa services. Learn more at brightsideiowa.com. Thank you, Brightside Aesthetics, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Mercy One is proud to support Iowa Catholic Radio. Mercy One helps you live your best life. Find personalized care for you and your loved ones at mercyone.org.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Final score in Class 4A Boys Sub-State. Dowling Catholic defeating Des Moines East by the score of 91-35 as Maroons improve their record to 12 wins and 11 losses, and they'll face Waukee Northwest on Friday night. The game will have an Iowa Catholic Radio from the Waukee Northwest Gym. East closes out their season with a record of 3 wins and 19 losses under first-year head coach DeMarco Turner. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, appreciate our listeners listening and putting up with us tonight because there was no live stream. Things get a little different in the postseason. Radio comes into effect a lot. There's no more watching on Huddle, watching on CISN. Big money to put the telecast on, but right here on radio, I could turn your mic on.
Yeah, well, it would help because, you
might get to the drive-thru
knowing
quick.
that everybody's listening to you on the radio, that there's no TV. No wonder you came in with a little bounce on your step.
What's that mean?
Knowing that you were going to come in and
I'm still
you're going to get some listenership on this because there's no. And I don't want to go through the mistakes that we saw, but that's.
I caught one. I caught yours. What do you mean? You had the free throws wrong. I had it right.
Well, this was a game. If you put your head down to mark a shot or a missed shot, you missed 3 because Maroons were out and running throughout the night, and if they weren't getting their first shot to go, the offensive rebounds came into play, and it was hard to keep track of all the statistics as the Maroons had, but it was a tremendous night for them, and it's a fitting way to go out this senior class, such a heavy senior laden team for the Maroons, 10 seniors, and on a night where Joey Coppola had a really hot shooting night, and Joe Broderick really had his way around the rim early in the game, and Dante Cataldo really taking the ball hard to the basket, and his ability to rebound shots. Then a kid like Cole Southard who comes in, gets his minutes, and we always say when you get on the floor, you take advantage of the minutes you get on the floor, and certainly Cole Southard really took advantage of the time he got on the court as he scored 13 points and hit three 4 3-point shots on the night for Cole Southern.
Yeah, well, one, he had a basket and then a steal, and they fed him another one, and he hits a 3. So he had 5 points in less than 10 seconds. So.
And then Ryan Kleppe, who had a very, very good job attacking the basket in the first quarter, he found himself with a little bit of foul trouble in the second half. And I think Coach Einerson really just played it safe with Ryan Kleppe in the second half. Didn't really get him in the game as keep him rested, because Ryan Kleppe is an individual that these Maroons desperately need. His athleticism, his physicality to be able to handle himself. As Waukee Northwest is going to be a team where they're going to be big inside and they're going to be physical, and so having Ryan Kleppe healthy and fresh throughout this game is going to be an advantage for them Friday night.
No question. You want to go through the stats now, or not?
I'll hit them. I'll hit them real quick as
these guys
get set up. And so for the Maroons, and as we said, it was such fury of shots. The unofficial line, 34 of 64 from the field for 53%. Had 35 total rebounds, the Maroons, into just 4 turnovers. For Des Moines East, shot 12 of 37 from the field, 32%. Had 12 total rebounds and 18 turnovers for Des Moines East today.
All right, and we'll take a look at the scoring in this contest. Thank you, Jimmy. East was led by Jamal Taylor's 14 points. He was followed by Bryant Nunez with 8 points. 4 points for Craig Farley, 3 points for Bryce Dix, and then 2 points each for Tegan Warren, Tate Warren, and Malik Williams. The Scarlets went 6 of 9 at the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, 10 players in the scoring column tonight. And Maroons are led by Joey Capolas, 20 points, followed by Joe Broderick with 14 points, 13 points for Cole Southard, and rounding out scoring for Dowling Catholic, 9 points for Dante Cataldo, Nick Ferrigs with 8 points, Ryan Kleppe with 8 points, 6 points for Ali Aragao, who we're going to talk to here in a moment with head coach Justin Einerson here on our postgame show. 5 points for Maddox Capola, Noah Martins with 5 points, and Lucas Paoli with 3 points. And I hope I got everybody. I think I did. Dowling went 10 of 12 at the free throw line. But the big stat, and Coach is going to join us, head coach Justin Einerson, before he says hello to everybody in Wisconsin who might be tuning in tonight. East was held to 3 field goals in the second half. Coach, congratulations on the win and advancing in the Class 4A sub-state. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all that matters. The guys did a nice job at halftime. Again, it's not an adjustment. It's more of a reminder. Squeezing a little bit on those drives and trying to make it harder for them to take advantage of our gaps. And I thought our guys were there early, and they were fired up. And I told that starting group I was going to leave them in as long as they kept them under 30 points, and they did that for quite a bit. So it was good. It was much better than the start. And I wasn't sure about our focus, in the first quarter, but definitely was sure in the third.
Had a 19-point lead at halftime, and then you were able to get everybody in the second half as you outscored East 24-5 in the third quarter and 22-4 in the fourth quarter, and just laying it down defensively no matter who you brought in. We know Riddick Metten didn't play tonight because of illness, but as we kind of talked about, Jimmy and I did, you've had so many different lineups that doesn't make any difference if you're starter or coming off the bench. These guys are pretty much used to anybody can plug in, and that certainly was the case tonight. I think the reality is a lot of these guys that aren't playing a lot of minutes for us in tight games are probably starters at a lot of other 4A and 3A schools. So it's a tough position to be in if you're them, but man, it's really nice as a coach where regardless of the situation, we have a guy with a certain skill that we can use, and tonight we got to use him quite a bit, and they deserve that. Our seniors' last game on this floor, it was nice to be able to get everybody in and everybody playing as well as they did. Talk about one of the seniors you have up here, Ale Aragao, and talk about him before we bring him on. What's this guy like in practice? I got a feeling there's a lot of block shots. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody like Alier in my entire career, being around basketball my entire life, where whether he plays a lot or a little, he's the same exact guy. He's a coach on the floor. He's a coach on the bench. He is a coach in the weight room. He's popular around campus because he's like the love of God just shines through Alier, which is something that we can all strive to be more like. So he's a dream to have in this program, and it's awesome to see these young guys looking up to him and respect him for everything that he does for us. Alier, welcome. How are you?
Doing good.
You did a great job tonight. I'm just impressed with how you play. And we talked with Coach before the season started, they were going to need you, and they did. But you come in there, you cause a lot of havoc out there with the opposition. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, just being big and stuff, like even if I don't make a gigantic play, I just attract attention for the defense, so I can easily kick it out to one of our guys who can hit a good three.
You're 6'8". You cause a lot of attention. I bet you disrupt practice a lot too, especially when coach is trying to put in something and you're on the defensive side. Well, what a career you've had here. I know you're headed to Simpson, and is that right?
I haven't fully decided.
You haven't? Okay.
I have the offers from Simpson, Central, Benavista. I'm currently just deciding which one's going to be best for me going forward.
Are you back out for track?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing track this year for high school. For college, I doubt so, but if I talk with the coach and they decide to invite me on, I'm always down to get some more work in.
What exactly do you run or jump in track? What's your field events?
I don't exactly run. I throw both discus and shot put.
I see.
Yeah.
Jimmy?
Well, you missed that terribly.
Would you just follow up question?
The one
please?
thing about Alier, Alier, we've watched you come on the scene from junior high, because you're always the tallest kid on the court and representing the Dowling program, and somebody we always looked at and said, my goodness, this is a young man who puts a lot of time into his game. He's going to morph into something really, really good for the Maroons, and that's one advantage that you can't teach is your height, and what you have done over the years to really evolve your game around, what you can do for this team in this program, for that matter, inside the paint. Talk about all the time, effort, and work that you put in throughout your junior high and then your high school career, and then culminating tonight as a senior playing your last game here at Dowling.
Yeah, it's like one example I really like to bring up is those free throws I had. Like earlier this morning, we were having a shoot around, and I stuck around for like 15 more minutes trying to get like 10 in a row, and it's been a major focus lately for me since free throws is something that I can get a lot, being a big guy in the paint. Like 3-pointers, that's going to come in later, but free throws is where I'm going to probably get a lot of points, and so I'm like spending a lot of time trying to get that shot perfected, and it takes me forever to get 10 in a row. And then here, I just knocked the two down, and I felt it was like a really good example of the work I put in, because I failed a lot getting those 10 in a row, but it all came out through in the end.
So it's something that really speaks highly of you, is understanding where can I help the team best, knowing that if I get the ball inside the paint, the likelihood of me getting fouled is there. So working on and so that it just says a lot about you as an individual, as a player, and just as a student of the game, to know that where am I going to help the team the most, and for somebody who stands as tall as you, to figure out that free throw shooting is where I'm going to make some points and help this team. So I got to hand it to you, because it's been a joy watching you play over the last 6 years.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he had 2 really big free throws in that Roosevelt game way back in the beginning of the season. So
he's perfect from the line this year. 4
is
for
that
4.
Right?
Yeah. You haven't missed.
Actually?
Yeah, you haven't missed.
That's awesome.
You know what that means? He just foshed you. So if you come in,
I
would work extra hard in the gymnasium and
work
on those, because this guy.
I had him 2 for 2.
He's a black cloud
coming into the game, and he's 2 for 2 tonight. So
perfect.
Keep up the good work. Now, Holly Aragao, we're visiting with on the post-game show, Dowling senior, along with head coach Justin Einertson, following Dowling's win 91-35 over Des Moines East. Allaire, your favorite basketball memory is playing one-on-one at a team dinner. I have to ask you, was there damages involved? Was there anything wrong? What does that mean?
Was that indoor or outdoor?
It was outdoor. It was last year. Sophomore year.
Okay.
We were at the Jepson's house. We were at the Jepson's household. And we decided to just step out and play some one-on-ones. And we invited our managers into it as well. And we just had a lot of fun doing that, like tossing it all the way from the grass. We had our 2 managers go one-on-one each other. It took like 5 minutes till anyone got a shot up, but it was just a lot of fun. Cold, but like we just messed around a lot and just had a lot of time with each other as just teammates.
That's awesome. And I thought you were somewhere. I saw you're going to go to Simpson, but I see here you're going to attend college and study engineering. That's way out of Coach Cataldo and I's ballpark. What type of engineering? Civil?
So
mechanical?
For studying, I'm not entirely certain if it's going to go more towards electrical or mechanical. But one thing I really want to do for my career is just involve myself with buildings. Since I took a civil engineering class last year here at Dowling, and just the whole aspect of building up buildings, working on them and such, is just a thing that I gravitate towards, really.
Good for you. My son's an engineer. I might be able to hook you up with maybe a tag-along day. If I can get Coach Einerson to get you out of class.
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, Coach, what a young man. It's a pleasure to bring these seniors up. You got 10 of them. I think we got about 5 more to get in here, but
we got to keep winning then.
You got a good story on Allier that you can tell on the radio?
I mean,
I know he disrupts your practice. I'd love it when you put in a play and Allier.
Yeah, I got one story. It's we're watching film all the way back in Fall League, and I think it was Nicholson, O'Hare, and I, and about half, and I think Nagel was there as well. About halfway through the first half of this game, we started charting how many times he yelled "nice" at the top of his lungs, and there was one game we got up to high 40s. Just in 40? One game, and whether you were on the floor or on the bench, you were like "nice" over and over again. It was incredibly spirited, and we were like, man, we got somebody special here, because obviously we're trying to flip this into a program with a lot of energy, and it's perfect to have him as a guy showing our young guys how to be on the bench and on the floor. But yeah, it's just around class, around school, very few people get as much attention as Allier, and it's not because of anything that he's trying to get. He cares about everybody, shows everybody appreciation and love, and I couldn't be more thankful that he's part of this program.
Yeah, he's always smiling, always smiling. My daughter's told me that. My daughter's a sophomore, and he just says, "Who's this Allier guy?" And I say, "Yeah, he's Mr. Energy." Young man, keep up the good work. You're going to do well in life, and hopefully the Maroons. You're going to take this energy into the locker room and over to Waukee Northwest Friday night, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Coach Einerson, any final thoughts? Congratulations on the win. It's always good to get the first one, and now it's the second one. Back to Northwest. That was a night you won a flush.
Yep.
So I remember that very well in the postgame show. But you got Northwest here at the Dowling Gym a month before.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice going in there when we got blown out the last time, because it's tough to motivate kids when you're on the winning side of a blowout. It's probably a little bit easier for us. We had plenty to fix. We charted it all today, and we'll put it all into work tomorrow and the next 3 days. But we're excited about it. It's a great opportunity, and it's what you play for.
Absolutely.
It's why we're doing it.
And I know Riddick Metten didn't dress tonight or suit up because he was sick. Hopefully that'll be changing by Friday, right?
I feel like it's probably done. So
okay.
So we should be back tomorrow.
Very good. Well, thank you for being part of the postgame show. Thanks for bringing one of your 10 seniors up here. Allier Agao. Allier, thank you. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? And not the Cataldo family. No. Somebody else other than the Cataldos.
Obviously shout out my mom, dad, family. All my coaches, John Lamb for AAU, Carrie Bettis for elementary and practically half my career, and just everyone who keeps supporting me.
Well, they are. We are. And
that's the kind of guy he is. He's always looking elsewhere for when he's being praised. It's pretty cool.
Thanks for taking time, both of you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. There you go. Ali Aragao, Dowling Senior, and Justin Einerson, Dowling Boys basketball coach, as the Maroons win it tonight by the score of 91-35. Jimmy, we'll take our final break and come back and wrap this up. As the Maroons advance, they'll take on Waukee Northwest on Friday. We'll be there with them. And we'll return to the Dowling Gym after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for programming comes from Klein Electric, a local family-oriented electrical contractor, a 100% employee-owned company with branches across the Midwest to provide comprehensive electrical services. Klein Electric is able to help with any residential and commercial project. Learn more at kleinelectric.com.
Fast Signs is a custom sign and visual solutions company with an extensive selection of digital signage, interior and exterior signs, banners, and vehicle wraps. Learn more at fastsigns.com. Thank you, Fast Signs in Clive, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Bozen the Florist. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, weddings, whatever the message, say more with Bozen. Bozen.com. 515-244-ROSE. Bozen makes the moment mean more.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo following Dowling's win over Des Moines East by the score of 91-35. The Maroons had 10 players in the scoring column tonight, led by Joey Capolas, 20 points, and Joe Broderick with 14 points, 13 points for Cole Southard off the bench. Maroons 10 of 12 at the free throw line. As Dowling advances, record 12-11. They're going to take on Waukee Northwest for the third time this year. The two teams split the regular season, both winning on their home court, but Maroons will have to do it Friday night at the Waukee Northwest gym, and we'll be there with it.
I think one thing you look at when Dowling played Waukee Northwest the second time, I thought Waukee Northwest was a much different team than when the Maroons saw in Game 1, and a lot of their presence was from down low with Davis. Davis has really come on strong throughout the season, and he's such a presence in that presence underneath the basket and down at that lower block really caused the Maroons a ton of issues in Game 2. And there was something that the Maroons I don't think did a ton preparing for or understanding that he was going to be that big of an issue. But you get a chance to play a team for the third time. I think you understand where your defense plays best, where your offense plays best. And so it's just a much different game than that you would expect than what the Maroons faced off in Game 2. And in that Game 2, senior night, as we talked about, Waukee Northwest shoots 64% from the field. I mean, they could throw the ball into the ocean as they were making everything they shot up. And you would think that they cannot come out and be as hot as they were. But yet the Maroons got to play a lot of defense. They got to play defense down low, minimize Davis around the rim, and see if they can control some of the other sharpshooters from Northwest.
All right. Well, they're giving us the eye like we need to wrap this up so they can tear down the Dowling Gym, get it set up for PE tomorrow. But Jimmy,
PE, we got speed agility. It's 5:45 in the morning.
Well, we can't leave these bleachers out for that. I guess.
Well, Coach Herring, he's track starts tomorrow. So
track started today.
Oh, started.
First day of track.
He's got a little hop in his step.
Yes,
he has a heck of a program going on. As Jared Herring at the track coach.
We'll see you Friday night at Waukee Northwest. Maybe one of us will get in. I don't know if I'll get on the pass list, so you might be going solo. You never know with Dewey. You never know. But we're all set. I hope so. And don't forget, tomorrow night we'll be on the air at 6:45, 7 o'clock. Tip-off, Dowling and Roosevelt. Girls Class 5A Regional Final. The winner of that game will move on to the Girls State Basketball Tournament, which starts 1 week from today at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines. Jimmy, the drive-thrus are open for another 35 minutes, so hopefully you'll make one of them.
And that's it. That's a big if. I mean,
I don't want
you
any
got
complaints.
two to choose from, and it's a coin flip if I choose the right one.
We'll see how that works out. All right. That's Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner, and for everybody involved with our broadcast, including Tom Wilson, the athletic director here at Dowling, Colleen Webb, Jared Herring. Our thanks to Brady Grimm, our studio producer, and all the business underwriters and supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. We appreciate their assistance, and that includes Brightside Aesthetics by Ducharme Dermatology in Clive, Bozen the Florist, Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, along with Klein Electric, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, Blessman International, and Fast Signs. Our thanks to them. Our thanks to Des Moines East head boys basketball coach DeMarco Turner, the athletic director at East, J.R. Randall, and the staff there. Our thanks to Justin Einertson and Alier Agao, who was our post-game guest here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Dowling girls take on Roosevelt. We'll be on there at 6:45 with pregame, tip-off at 7 o'clock. Scott Babin will join me from the Dowling Gym tomorrow night. And Friday night, Jimmy and I will be out at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Dowling at Waukee Northwest. Boys sub-state semifinal. And so join us both nights, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. For my broadcast partner, Jimmy Cataldo, and our studio producer, Brady Grimm, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long. The final score for the final time, Dowling Catholic defeats East, 91-35. The Maroons improve their record to 12-11. East closes out their season with a record of 3-19. And for everybody involved, thank you for tuning in tonight on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. And from all of us here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Klein Electric, Blessman International, Fast Signs, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Skeffington's Formal Wear, and Bozen the Florist. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The preceding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.